So you guys travel all around the country, or?
Yeah, well, we're a movement for revolution. It's nationwide. You know, a lot of people right now, since Charleston happened, you know, the politicians are talking about it's time for healing. But you can't heal when the disease is still raging. The disease of white supremacy in this society is still raging. So what we need is people to stand up and fight. But not just fight the good fight, but fight to win. What does winning mean? It means freedom. It's putting an end to the reality that every 8 hours, the cops or security guard kills a black person. And whether you're black, brown, white, doesn't matter. You know, whether you're someone that experiences police harassment every day or has never experienced it before, it is your responsibility to stand up and fight. But while we're fighting, we have to ask the deeper questions. Why does this keep happening? And we're revolutionaries because we understand that we cannot fix the system within the system. We have to get rid of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So white supremacy this is America. Charleston, this is an outrage, but this is America. It's been like this for since day one, all the way down to today. I mean, look, right now, 50 years since the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? When there was lynching. Now, what do we have? Police murders and killings. You know what I'm saying? So the Klan took off their covers, and now wear, you know, police uniforms and are hunting down, and they're being given a green light. That's why there's never an indictment, let alone a conviction for these cops. You know, it is very rare when the cops get indictments. In Baltimore, that is rare, but that's because the people stood up. You know what I'm saying? Stood up for Freddie Gray, including a lot of people that did not know Freddie Gray, but understood that this is a big injustice and it's not isolated. It happens all the time, especially if your skin is black or brown. This has got to stop. And so we're here with the message of revolution and the reality of revolution. We're part of a movement for revolution, and this movement's got leadership. If people don't know about this revolution, they need to know about this revolution. If people are serious about revolution, they need to get into the leader of the revolution. Bob Avakian is a longtime revolutionary. He was in a dialogue conversation with Cornel West, who's a Christian revolutionary. Bob Avakian is a communist revolutionary. They had a dialogue last November at the Riverside Church in New York City. 2,000 people attended. This is right here. You can get a shot right here. That's it right there. That's Bob Avakian and Cornel West. Cornel, Christian revolutionary, Bob Avakian, atheist and communist revolutionary. They don't agree on religion. They're friends, by the way, but they don't agree on religion, but they agree that we need a revolution. We need a radical, fundamental change. We need to uproot the whole system and replace it with something different. And that's where we come together. Right now, we're walking together with many different people from many different perspectives, but on the road to revolution. You know, so anybody, you know, wherever you post this is a challenge for you to, you know, learn about the revolution, get involved. The revolution is not a spectator sport. You need to come off the bench and join the team that's fighting for freedom.
Absolutely. And once they start arresting a lot of these cops that are killing, like I said, young black and brown unarmed kids, that'll set an example and put some fear into those cops. The future cops is thinking about doing that as well, right?
Exactly. That's a very important point. But then there's the question of, is the system willing to do that? You know what I'm saying? Because once you start indicting cops for doing the job that they're supposed to do, you know, which is control and terrorize a whole population of black and brown, you know, because look, let's be clear on the cops. The cops are not here to serve and protect the people. The cops are here to serve and protect the system that rules over the people. Look, this is a system you know, besides police terror, mass incarceration, you know, no jobs, no education, really no future for tens of millions of people, especially black and brown, whether you're in LA, big towns, big cities, or little towns and little cities. You know, this system has no future for us, you know, other than police terror, mass incarceration, you know, and just, you know, scrambling to try to survive and keep head above water, you know. This is a system that has no future for us, you know. And so the cops, the police, are there to enforce the system that's based on tremendous inequality, you know? So that's what we're talking about revolution, getting rid of this system that's full of inequalities. And that's not the only, you know, outrage of the system, but it is enough for people to begin to wake up, you know, and do something about it. But let's go deeper. Let's understand where this comes from. It's a system, and the solution is to get rid of this system through a revolution. And if people don't know Bob Avakian, they should look him up and get with the movement that he's leading for revolution. So, yeah, man.
Thanks for your time, man. Yeah. What's your name?
Well, my name's Federico. I'm with the Revolution Club. I'm part of the movement for revolution.
All right. If people want to contact you, or
go to this website, revcom.us.
Revcom. What is it?
Yeah, it's right here. Revcom.
Revcom. Let me zoom into that. There it goes. All right, man.
Right on, brother.
All right. Thanks for your time, man.
Okay, brother.